Alright, so welcome to another live stream. This is gonna be like a very quick one, hopefully. Um, so basically, like I've been really thinking about like doing working as a data science consultant or like freelancer. I prefer the word consultant over freelancer. Um, but I've been thinking about it. So when I first started thinking about it, I was looking for resources online, and I couldn't really find any resources. So that's why I started digging around, and just by digging digging around, I found some resources that I think might be useful for some people, like some websites where you can get started as a consultant, data science consultant. Now I don't know if I'm going to the data science consultant route. I may maybe want to work for a consulting company, or yeah, like I might, start off getting a job as a data scientist and then later switch to being a data science consultant or something like that. I don't know. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do, but if you're thinking about working as a data science consultant, or if that's the path you want to go towards, or if you feel like you are ready to start working as a data science consultant, I have some resources that I think might be helpful to you. With that being said, let's go ahead and dig into the resources that I have here. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. And of course, you can leave comments later. So after, if you watch this video here, it says no data connection. All right. So you get access to my data science resources. And basically, if you go here to the homepage and then you go to free data science resources, or you can just go to machinelearningeducation.com/free, and from here you get access to all the different resources that I have. And this is the one we are talking about today. This is data science job and career resources, and all the resources that I mentioned today in this live stream is going to be here, so you have one place to have easy access to everything. All right, so let's begin with arc. Right, so they say they have like the best developers everywhere, and when you come to their website you can scroll down to kind of see what they are all about. And if you want to work with them, you just click on get started, you know and then you can, from here you can do apply as a developer, and then you can click apply now. And basically what they do, I think what they connect individuals with companies that need your expertise. And if you scroll down, I think that tells you, what kind of people they work with. So they have Python developer, React developer, back end, full stack, mobile developer. Not really any mention of data scientists, but still, it doesn't hurt to check them out. Then we have Topside, and they said they hire the top 3% of freelance talent. And I think this is just a marketing lingo. I don't know if their statement of hiring the top 3% of freelance talent is actually true. But anyway, you can come here and you can check them out and kind of see what they are all about. But Topside is another resource if you're like into working as a independent contractor. And then you can kind of see, what kind of solutions they offer, right? And then if you want to apply to them, you come here and click apply as a freelancer, and then you fill this out, and then they'll contact you, and then you go through the whole application process. and what kind of talent they work with. So let's go down here and see. um Designers, finance expert, project manager. So let's go to developers. And then from here you can kind of see the type of developers they work with. They work with data scientists too, AI engineers. Is that the job title now? AI engineer. um, yeah, AI engineers, data scientists, database developers, what's the difference between freelance developers and the other type of developers here? Python developers, like if you're really into Python, so you could also come here. Salesforce developers. So if you go to show our skills, you can kind of see everything that they work with here, which is a lot. Yeah, so they have a whole lot of skill set that they work with. Data engineers, data scientists, data warehouse, data analyst. So you can just come to their website and kind of look through what they have here, and that's a whole lot. Tableau, I really like Tableau. So that's one resource that you could use, Topside. And then we go to Remote ML. So Remote ML is basically a place where you can post machine learning jobs, remote machine learning jobs to be specific, you know. And so if you come here, you can kind of scroll through this and kind of see what jobs they have available. Personally, I kind of like to look at jobs that has been posted recently. And even if it says senior data scientist, don't let that stop you. Like if you really like the job, I think you should still apply. I mean, why not? And you can kind of see what kind of jobs they have available here. I was looking at this one, exogen data exogen. It sounds really interesting to me, mostly because it has to do with biophysics, cell biology. I have a background in biochemistry. My bachelor's degree is in biochemistry, actually. So yeah, my bachelor's degree is in biochemistry, master's in chemistry. So I've done research in the biochemistry niche. So basically, yeah, I was interested in this job, and of course, you can click through to their website and read more about them and see what they are all about if you're interested in a particular job. Sometimes what I like to do is when I get to the company's website, I go to their jobs and just to make sure the same jobs are available. Because sometimes you go to a job board and they'll have a job, right? And then if you go to the company's website, they won't have that job available. That's kind of one way to know that something is a dot job, like a job where they still have it available on a job board, but they don't have that job available internally, but they haven't deleted the job from their job board. So yeah, basically, so this is another website, remoteml.com, where you can come and kind of see what jobs are available. These are not necessarily contract data science jobs, but these are more like remote data science jobs. You might find that interesting. So the next resource that I have here is powertofly.com. And if you go to their website and to their homepage, you can kind of see what they are all about. I'm not interested in that. And you can kind of see what they have here. Their homepage looks sort of messy. There's too much stuff going on, But if you come to the jobs page here, you can kind of see what jobs they have available, right? Data science manager. Um, of course, you can drill it down to what you want. So you can go to specifically analytics and kind of see what they have here. And then, yeah, I mean, their website kind of looks messy and there's just too much going on. And somebody needs to come in here and clean this website, seriously. Clean up the UI a little bit. But this is another resource, power2fly.com, that has remote machine learning jobs, or even contract jobs. So then there's this one, CyberCoder. CyberCoders is kind of like, I don't know, like it's a jumble of everything. CyberCoders is not specific to machine learning jobs. You know, it's software engineering jobs, like all kind of jobs. So if you go to their homepage, cybercoders.com, right, you can kind of see what they are all about too. They are CyberCoders. I think it's a recruiting company, like a recruiting job site for a tech recruiting company. That's how I understand what they do. And if you go to jobs, and you can kind of see all sort of jobs, Linux system administrator, and then of course you can look for specific jobs. So you can click on contract work and to kind of look at contract based work only, if that's what you're interested in. Forensic underwriter, that sounds cool. And of course you could search for something like data. Let's use data as our keyword. And yeah, data scientist, why not? And we might do remote. Let's just do remote. Nothing comes up. Okay, let's just do data. All right, let's try that again. I seriously don't know what's wrong with their website. So let's go back here. Data scientist. Let's click on contract. There's nothing. So basically, if you type in data scientist here and go to contract, you don't see anything. But they do have data scientist jobs in their job board. So, well, that's interesting. So that's CyberCoders for you. That's one resource you could use. And then there's this one called Python jobs. So I'm in Seattle, so this defaults to Seattle. But let's say, so if you go to pythonjobs.com, this is Python specific jobs, right? So let's say there's different category here you can go through. Let's see if we can specify data scientist, why not? And let's search. So yeah, they do have data scientist jobs here, but it seems like they are pulling their jobs from other job board, because here is CyberCoder. So it's like they are pulling this job from the CyberCoders website. So yeah, CyberCoders. So basically, another resource you could use is Python jobs to look for contract based work, if that's what you're interested in, or if just look for a full-time job as a data scientist, if that's the path you want to go to. There's no right or wrong path. It's a matter of personal preference, really. And then the next resource that I have is deep learning job listings. And again, their website looks awful. I'm not a web developer or like a designer, but if when I say a website that just doesn't look right, I can see it in my bones. Like, yeah. Anyway, so this is another resource that I have, deep learning jobs. And then from here you can see chief technology officer, 30,000 euros. I don't know if that's a whole lot of money or small money. Medical imaging machine learning internship. But this was posted in 2018 though, so I would be very very weary of this website. It's like this job is almost 2 years old, you know. So you need to be wary of this one, but you might find this website helpful or not. But this is like 2018, and they still haven't taken this down yet. I don't know if this website is even active. I don't know if this website is still active because like um yeah, they still have job postings from 2018. That's a little suspicious. And this website is not secure either. So just be wary of this website in general. And then the next resource that I have is Gigster. You've probably heard of Gigster. So when you come to Gigster website, they give you a little introduction about themselves. Your new team is talent proving whatever. You can kind of scroll through and kind of see what they are all about. Their website looks very colorful, which is nice. I like colorful websites. And when you go to all the way to the top, if you go to menu and Gigster Talent Network, and this is from here, this is where you can kind of join their network. So if you go to join network, it takes you to this new website, and from here you can kind of see what they have: technical architect, project manager, engineer. So data scientist, you can just click on data scientist, and then you can kind of read through this, and you can apply if you want to. The application is really long though, but it's not as long as some I've seen. So just you can go here and you can apply to work for them, to work with them as a data scientist in their Gigster talent network. All right, so that's Gigster for you. And then the next one I have here is Scalable Path. Okay, so Scalable Path, you can come to their website and kind of see what they're all about. And they are a staffing agency. All right, so you can hire top talent from here, or you can apply as a freelancer. So and then this pops up, and of course you can apply here. You start first, you start by creating an account, of course. All right, and then so can kind of see when you can go to talent and kind of see what they have here. Show me area of expertise, Python developers. If you scroll all the way to the end, I think they give you like a list of the type of talent they work with. So you have DevOps, Python, Ruby, mobile developers, PHP, JavaScript, front end. They're not mentioning anything specific to data science, but still, this is one resource that you could use if you're interested in working as a freelancer or data consultant. So, Scalable Path. And now let's go to this one is Coding Ninjas. I think Coding Ninjas is kind of popular. You've probably heard of them. And they have a network of vetted developers, right? And almost every company that hires freelancers has like this kind of thing that like, oh yeah, freelancers are the best, they go through a million processes to get vetted and blah blah blah. Like, okay, cool. So uh seriously, I mean, of course they have to make their platform attractive to people who are hiring developers. So everybody has like, oh, we have a million difficult processes that developers have to go through to get in and blah. Okay. But anyway, coding ninjas. And if you come here, you can, if you are like looking for to hire people, you can get a quote now. But as a developer, you click on for developers, and then they say why work with us. They say you won't compete over projects with others. We don't charge any extra fees. You focus on development while we do sales. You get to choose projects and set your schedule. That sounds really, really attractive to somebody who's an independent contractor. And then they tell you the process that you go through to join their network. All right. So if you want to join them, you just click on register, and then you select your location. In this case, I am in the US. Let's go down to United States. Now I could have just searched for it. It says, sorry, we are not present in your region yet. Oh, I didn't even know that. So it says that currently they are focused on working with developers from Eastern Europe and CIS countries only. What is CIS countries? I don't know. It says, but you can finalize the form when you are ready to expand. We'll contact you. So basically, Coding Ninjas is not available in the US. So I did not know that before, but now you guys know. So if you're in Eastern Europe and CIS countries, what is CIS countries? I don't know. You can apply to work with Coding Ninjas, but if you're in the US, you can't. That's a bummer, right? So, well, they're not available in the US, so you just click OK. Alright. But the next one I wanted to show you is Collab tree. And they say hire freelance scientists and researchers. That's interesting. So how it works is you post a project, you choose the best experts, you collaborate, and you complete your project. And but as a contractor to apply, there's this thing that says become an expert. All right. And from here you can create your account and you can browse different projects, you know, and you can kind of see the type of projects they have here. So they need a writer, biology, medicine, chemistry, material science, okay, for journals, and they have a fixed fee of $300 to $400. Product development white paper, food science and technology, waste management system using, so data science, this is data science specific, and it says web-based electronic waste management system using optimization technique, $300 to $1,000. Says this project is about, let me see, control plus plus, make it easier for you guys to see. So this project is about designing and developing a web-based electronic waste management system. And you can kind of see the type of project they have here, and you can click on become an expert to join them, and you can kind of see the different industries they work with, right? Data science and analytics. And you can click on become an expert and apply here to get in. So yeah, that's Collab tree for you. That's one resource you could use. And then you have XTeam. XTeam sounds really interesting. So basically, they are like a, let me see here, they provide a team of developers for leading brands. All right, so basically they would provide a team of developers to work for your company, which is interesting. So that's really interesting. So um they have, let's see, they have JavaScript, Python, WordPress, Android, and from here you can do join as a developer. You can also join XTeam from the top here, and they tell you a little bit more about them. And of course, let's scroll down here. What did they put at the bottom here? They said these are kind of like the benefits that you get when you work with XTeam, you know. And to apply, you just scroll back up and you go to join XTeam. And from here you can fill this in to join XTeam, so which is interesting. So that's XTeam for you. XTeam is a team of developers on demand, which is an interesting business model. Then we have Gun.io for independent professionals. So from here you can do hire freelancers, full-time, part-time, quick project, freelance to hire, or become a freelancer. And and then they tell you a little bit more about what it's like to work with them, quality client. And then to join Gun.io, you just click on join the guild. And then it takes you to this website where you can apply. Or it just says log in, claim your profile or sign up. So basically this is how you sign up to Gun.io. So Gun.io is another platform where you can work as a independent contractor or freelance data scientist. Then we have, let's see here, Digital Source, data-driven recruitment dedicated to data-driven professionals. That's really fancy. So from here you can kind of scroll through their website and kind of see what they have. And this is digitalsource.io, and you can click on jobs to kind of see what they have. And let's say you can click on data science over here, lead data scientist in Paris. So you can, but this doesn't look like US specific jobs, which is okay. But if you're outside the US, you might find this very interesting and useful. And of course, from here, what is data called? I'm interested now. That's interesting. So you can go to home, you can go to clients, and from you can go to digital source to work with them and kind of see what they are all about. And so that's digitalsource.io. And of course you have Timstack, hire remote teams in tech and design. Interesting. So you can go to Timstack and then you can scroll through here to kind of see what they are all about. You can build or bring your specialist team. And so basically it's a team of individual experts, right? So you can kind of see freelance specialist here. So if I do Control plus plus, you can kind of see what they work with. They work with data analysts. They work with different people. So you can kind of see the type of talent they work with. And then to join Timstack, I think you have to click on sign up here. This is where you sign up to join Timstack. And this is timstack.go. And then so that's kind of like the online websites and resources where you can go to look at freelance and contract work and remote work for data scientists and things like that. But I wanted to show you this one. So doing freelance data science. So this article right here, I'm not going to go through it in detail, but I found this very interesting because there's not a whole lot of information around about working as a data science consultant. So but this guy did it, and he talks about his experience, and I found this article very interesting, and my and some people might find it very useful, right? So in this blog post that he wrote, he talks about what is freelance consulting, contracting, and then talk about agency work, and then he goes on to talk about consulting, and then he talks about specifically working as a data science consultant, deliverables, uncertainty, how did he find work, what did he like, and then what he did not like, and then and he talks about different more things. So this blog is very, very interesting. I found it extremely useful. And of course, all these resources that I mentioned today, including this blog, can be found here. So if you go to machinelearnededucation.com slash if you go to machinelearnededucation.com, you see different resources that I've assembled, right? And from here you can click on free data science resources, which is a bundle of different resources. So, or you can just go to machinelearnededucation.com slash free, and from here you can get access to the different data science resources that I've put together. And what I'm talking about today is going to be right here. So from here you can get access to all the links that I talked about today, and a few more resources that I have here, about working as a data scientist. And basically for me personally, right, like if I decide I want to work as a if I decide I want to work as a machine learning engineer, I mean if I decide I want to work as a independent contractor, I am not going to build data products by myself. Like, that's not sustainable. I mean, like, I feel like building a machine learning product, a data science product from beginning to end, is a whole lot of work for one person to do. If I decide I want to go the independent contractor, consultant, freelance, whatever you call it, route, what I'll probably do is I will specialize in one platform. So I really like Tableau. Actually, I'm currently working on an online course in Tableau. I really like Tableau, and so what I might do is, like, I might specialize in, let's say, in a helping companies with their Tableau, and using Tableau to analyze data for companies and stuff like that. So I might specialize in something like in data analytics using platforms like Tableau. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be a general machine learning consultant, and I'm not going to be like working in natural language processing in one day and then working in computer vision the other day and stuff like that. That's going to be really stressful to just be a general machine learning or data science consultant. So my advice to you is, like, if you want to go the data science consultant route, you should kind of pick where you want to do and specialize. So if you want to specialize in natural language processing, I think you should do that. So you will help companies with their natural language processing projects. If you want to specialize in computer vision, you should do that. So you help companies with their computer vision project. Like, for me personally, I might specialize in something like Tableau or data analytics, and that's basically what I would do. I'll help companies with data analytics and Tableau, things like that. So yeah, if you're thinking of doing the independent contractor, consultant, freelance, or whatever you want to call it, path, I think you should really pick a specialization and just focus on that. It will make your life so much easier too, because then from project to project you're not like worried like what project am I going to get. Like you kind of build expertise in one area, and that's what you do. So that's it for this video. If you have any comments, any question, or anything, let me know in the comment section of this video. And until next time, bye.